Let's continue our discussion about research informing second language reading, teaching of second language reading. To what extent research has influenced the area of second language reading? And in this regard, we've got a topic which is how to promote strategic reading rather than developing individual reading. What's the usefulness of making our students strategic readers? What strategies we can develop to make them proficient learners? Right. So, in first language context, strategic reading is considered very important. For example, in our context, if someone is reading in Urdu, they may have some strategies how to approach the text in Urdu, how to skim and scan, what to ignore, what to be noticed more. So it has its significance in the context of first language. However, in the context of second language, as you can see here, Block and Presley, they argue that there are multiple strategies if we want to make second language learners proficient readers. What are these strategies? The first one is to train them how to summarize a text. For example, how to make them just read the text thoroughly, just to get a summary gist of a text. This is important strategy. What's happening in our language learning context, especially in our Pakistani context, largely the teacher make the use of grammar translation method, and this method doesn't help develop summarizing skills amongst our students, and this is what they lack. As being a practicing teacher, I come across many students at university level who don't have skills of summarizing, and because they tend to pour on each and every word. And this is important, that as a language teacher we need to train our students how to summarize, then clarifying if some of the sentences are ambiguous, if some words are not known, or if the ideas are not clearly presented, how to clarify them. This is the strategy. Then predicting, making prediction with the help of existing knowledge, with the help of prior knowledge, with the help of cultural and social knowledge. So predicting about the text, looking at the title, looking at the headings, looking at subheadings can help predict what will happen in the text. Imaging, reading the text with the photographic photographic memory, how one rhetorical feature in a particular text works, and how it can help them understand other texts, then forming questions, not to read passively, rather questioning the text, understanding them, evaluating them, inferring the meaning is important. So these are some of the strategies which are out there, and which the research argues that these are very useful strategies if we want to make our students proficient readers. So using prior knowledge is an effective strategy. Activating, it's the job of the language teachers to help students activate their prior knowledge before reading the text. The teacher might give them brief introduction about the text and promote discussion about a particular lesson, and then the teacher can monitor and evaluate how students are learning, what they are learning, and this is how the teacher can emphasize on combined strategies, that the students have language awareness and vocabulary awareness, and their general comprehension skills are developed. So the role of teacher in this regard is all the more active, to not only to engage students in discussions, in meaningful discussions, but also offering them a sort of model, facilitate them and provide them support and help in terms of developing strategies, how to predict about the text, how to make the use of prior knowledge before reading the text, how to clarifying some of the concepts, how if the words are unknown or if the sentences are ambiguous, how to make the use of some contextual information to comprehend the overall message of the text. So this is how training about strategies, giving training about strategies is all the more important if we want to develop the general comprehension skills of our second language students.